Alright, welcome back everyone to another live stream repair. We've got a fellow that, if I counted correctly in their box, well they said in their email a couple. What I was not expecting was 7 in one box. I think this is by far and large the most we've had in a single box. We've had more show up in one day in the past, but boy. So, we'll see if all 7 of these are the same dead diode. First one up certainly appears to be. We've only got a couple of watts from the wall. Oh, let's get our tool camera up. There we go. We've only got 4 watts from the wall and nothing else. So let's get this fixed up and see how many more we can cruise through this stream. Tommy, what's up? What's up, what's up? Nope, hold on, let me go help my wife bring the kid in. Okay. You got the bacon box? I must know more. What are you saying? HomePod isn't an iDevice? I'm just kidding. HomePods are like one of the weirdest products Apple's ever made. They gotta be up there next to the Vision Pro headset. Fumbling today. Fumbling. Why didn't they call it an iPod? They totally could have resurrected the iPod's name, too. That'd have been real funny. Totally not a them move, but... So, before we tackle that power problem, we'll first do a little bit of maintenance on this like we do with all of them. These 4 filters are ceramic capacitors, and they naturally go bad over time and lead to death farts and other bass issues. So we'll want to do that to this and of course all the other HomePods today, so that they don't have a reason to come back to us anytime soon. You can technically refresh the existing capacitors and reuse them. If you can bring them to their Curie point, it resets their crystalline structure and makes them basically good as new again. The same can't be said for the poor Schottky diode that shorts out, fails, and causes no power, though. Those are a one and done kind of deal. Let's go ahead and get the rest of our parts in here. There we go, now I got some to grab. Alright, had to straighten those filters out, they were looking kind of wonky, but there we go. Let's get that dead diode out of here, get this thing powering on again. Ooh, we almost lost that little cap there. Not today. Let's tin this diode up. We got plenty of flux on there already, so here we go. get that together with a solid rubber subwoofer gasket so it stays nice and sealed. Hello, Francisco. Welcome to another HomePod live stream. Alright, number 1 of 7. Let's see what we've got. Here's the next one.
trouble connecting.
Very good, very good.
I'm having trouble.
That's one down. 6 more to go. Alright, looks like we've got the exact same symptoms. Hey, you made it. Welcome, welcome. And it looks like this one also suffered some slight crackage. Just a little bit. So we'll want to be careful prying these apart. And unfortunately, as these get older, that's just going to be more common. These plastics do not age very well, and then of course you add heat and UV exposure, and it's a recipe for problems. When you said you were sending a couple, I didn't quite expect this many. Always welcome, though. There's always room in the HomePod hospital at Nick's Fix. I'm curious if they've been collecting these over the years, buying broken ones, or if they've just been, you know, they've got so many and they've been slowly putting away the ones that break over the years until they had enough and they were like, alright, let's send them all in. Alright, we got those filters replaced. Let's get that dead diode. Will we ever see a dead diode that has a different date code? I doubt it. Alright. I thought I dropped one. I guess we'll see when we get the rest of these in there. Nope, we got them all. food for two. Ooh, this one's got... Someone's been in here. We're gonna have a mystery on our hands. He must have bought these in a lot or something.
I'm having trouble.
Beautiful. I'm a little nervous to plug this one in based on its unknown repair attempts, but let's see. Oh, it turns on. Let's see what it's got for us. I'm gonna go grab my USB restore dongle on my laptop. Oh, it finished booting. Oh, it restarted. I'll give that another second. We'll see if it's just gonna restart itself over and over, or maybe it got factory reset. All right. Oh. Let's see what's going on here. Get the Mac. All right. We got nothing. We got no guy showing up. That is interesting. try again. Yeah, I got nothing showing up here. Do we even have anything in our serial console? Alright, computer acting funny. I want UART logs to see what this thing is doing. But I can't get my UART console working. Let's see. Wow. Yeah, we get literally nothing even through UART. That is quite cooked. What happened to this HomePod? Yeah, someone's 100% certainly been in here. Ooh. Let's see if this boots up with a different logic board and a display. Device failed to enter restore mode. I'd have to see the full copy of your restore attempt logs. It'd be best if you shared them in our Discord server, so that way if I don't get to it, someone else will beat me to it too.
I'm having trouble connecting to
Usually it means that it's there's a hardware error unless you didn't do some specific step correctly, like doing it upside down, running Gaster, Pwn, Gaster reset first. Anyways, this one booted right up with a good logic board. So this one will need a replacement logic board. That logic board's got to be totally cooked if it's not even showing up in our UART logs here. Very seldom have I seen one that failed. 2 or 3 of them maybe. Alright. We'll put this one to the side. And move on to the next adventure. We will be able to fix that other one. It'll just cost a tad bit more. And I want to make sure it's okay with them before we jump into it. Alright, number 4. It looks like it's got no power, the usual symptoms for a dead diode this time around. That is something we can certainly fix here. Y'all know the drill. Perfect. Let's get that dead diode replaced. we go. Oh, that's cute. No power. We have fixed the power issue and it gets blinking volume buttons. Well, at least we got it powering on now, and technically we already did all the hardware maintenance that one with the blinkies would get, so let's put this one to the side for now. Maybe we'll restore it at the end of the stream. But if not, I'll go ahead and just swap that logic board out for a working one. Let's move on then to number 5. What an interesting collection of HomePods here. And here we go, another one with no power. You know, that's not the first time I've gotten one in for no power, and we get it fixed just to have it boot up to blinking volume buttons. At the very least, we have some way to fix that this time. Ooh, almost took my hand off there. Ooh. Okay. Your electric screwdriver doesn't work when plugged in. Oh yeah, no, I have a big beefy one. Yeah, this guy. It's so dumb. It doesn't work when you plug it in. But no problems with that one. Nelson, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Oh, we're gonna get all of these fixed today. Yes, we will. Beautiful. Oh shit, I do not know what you're saying. I'm so sorry, I only speak English. And I don't have a translator handy. Oh, 475. Yeah. Okay. Anything around 450 to 500 is going to be what you want. It might be a little hot, but the amplifier board sucks a lot of that heat up. You should be able to get it off with something as low as 375, but I've had more people than not ask me for tips on getting this diode off because they've got theirs cranked all the way up to 500. My airflow is at about 80% airflow, 8 out of 10. You just need a moderately high airflow. Oh, and they admire my work. Thank you. All in the name of bringing the the wonderful listening experience that these speakers give to more and more people. As many people as we can. Excuse me for 1 second. There we go. Had to get that out. The air in what number? Velocidad del aire 80%. That should make sense. My Spanish is absolutely awful. I only took about a year or so in high school. And I can't roll my R's. Can't roll my R's to save my life. Can't snap my fingers. I'm unsavable. yes. That means 2 left. Beautiful. That's what it sounds like. What's wrong with this one? What's wrong with number 6? Would anybody like to take a guess? Ooh, it's turning on. I don't like that. Let's grab number 7 too. Ooh, intermittent blinking. All right. This one we can fix with a USB restore, more likely than not. Let's see what's wrong with number 7 really quick. Alright, this one has no power, so here's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and knock out this last no power one, and then we'll see what's up with all these blinking ones here. We'll make this one number 6, how about that? So, we've got a pretty gnarly crack on this one. We'll need to be careful working around that. More than likely that's going to come off in multiple PEI, so you can already do that. I'll just go ahead and take that. Yeah. We'll make it look good again. Oh, almost took my hand out again. Every single one of these HomePods from this stream so far have been from the same person. A competitor to my collection. Yeah, I'm curious how many they actually have. Or maybe they've only got a couple and they've been slowly buying broken ones and saving them for a big repair shipment to us. I didn't even see you in the stream there. Welcome, Adiko. Oh yeah. No, we had a silent stream the other day just to pay respects to my kitty. And we had a lot to fix. Needed to really walk in there and knock them out so I could have taken the rest of the weekend off and relax. Wow. Why is this so stuck in there? Yeah, that wasn't that. That was just glued in there. And on that theme, the power supply screws, looks like they used super glue for the thread locker again. Are different batches of HomePods manufactured slightly differently? Seems like some are glued weird compared to others. For the most part, I mean, we've never seen a HomePod that appears to have been taken apart from the factory. We've had plenty taken apart by other people, of course, here. But the inconsistencies you see are purely just from, manufacturing variances between the only two production runs there were, and those production runs were back to back. Practically they're the same. We don't see any differences inside between production runs, more so than you just see, like, for example, more or less glue applied between two different HomePods that were made right after each other even. Alright, funny guy. I'm bringing this close because I can't see what's going on. There we go. Let's get that dead diode. You are spot on. We replaced those caps because, well, we actually used to test them, and if they were so bad, that's when we'd replace them. However, after a while, that stopped being so reliable. We would see ones that tested fine, and then we'd go and do the actual repair. Send the HomePod back to the customer in a matter of months. They would be emailing us again asking for death farts repairs, and especially if it's something relatively easy to knock out while we're already in there. I'd rather not give these, I'd rather prevent any reason from these things coming back to us. But yeah, pretty much we've seen those caps failing enough as it is that we replace them every time now. They do naturally decay and go bad over time too, so in any case they gotta get routinely replaced. Shouldn't be any more frequent than like at least 5 to 10 years at a time. We'll see how long the higher quality replacements we use last. They're going to at least outlast the original ones that Apple used. They do love to go bad though, and cause all sorts of issues like those death farts, and DC voltage is not good for your amplifier or your speaker, and it roasts that subwoofer, overheats it. And since the amplifier has to work extra hard for all that unwanted DC voltage it's amplifying, it tends to blow things up too. Can you replace them on the second gen? I mean, yeah, absolutely. I don't actually know where they are yet on the second gen. We've looked around a few times and we have some guesses, but we aren't sure actually where it is, where they are. Yeah, I can't help but wonder what they were thinking. I don't know if they used, like they ended up accidentally getting low quality caps, or if they didn't use the right ones in the first place, or if there's some other design flaw that's thrashing them more than ones would typically see, so they don't last as long. I'm not sure. Because we've been seeing cases of these filters going bad as early as 2 or 3 years after production. Which on one hand is pretty ridiculous for any kind of audio equipment to only last a few years. Yeah, on the bright side, we have been at this for more than 2 years now. Goodness, we're fast approaching 3 years now. And there have been ones that I've had to take back, but they have had good reasons. Like, there was a time that I was waiting for parts to arrive from DigiKey or Mouser, and it was taking so long that I ended up trying some out from Amazon. That was a mistake. I ended up having to recall all of the HomePods I worked on that I had put those Amazon filters in. And then a similar thing happened to me about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago now, where the caps that we ordered the wrong ones from DigiKey, I think, and I had to recall a bunch of repairs I did. But thankfully I caught them, I caught those problems pretty early on, and it didn't sink us or anything. It was just a couple of HomePods we got through before we caught it. Maybe they did want it that way. I mean, it would make such perfect sense with a theory like that for it to be, oh no, you gotta replace your $300 smart speaker every couple of years. But at least we can fix it. At least it doesn't, brick itself irreparably if you, if you swap parts around or do any kind of hardware repair. It could be the Segway route, right, where they had their, or was it no, it wasn't Segway. It was that one company that made the one wheel. And God help if you unplug its battery and plug it back in, even the exact same original battery, it bricked it. Not to mention all the safety issues they had with throwing people off and not recalling those. Jeez. Have I ever slipped the tool at the membrane, causing it to break? You mean like on the subwoofer? I have never actually damaged a subwoofer yet. I have slipped trying to pry the ribbon cable off, and I've definitely broken a couple of fingernails, bent them halfway back a couple of times. But I've never busted a sub yet. You asking me if I'm a surgeon? Nah. Not by a long shot. Get that adhesive nice and sticky again. There we go. Like nothing even happened. Where I said I have a HomePod speaker. I do have HomePod speakers at work. I don't know what operating room you're talking about, though. I'm having a total brain fart as to what you're talking about. There we go. Alright, let's bring out some of those blinking pods now. We'll go ahead and try to restore the one that we fixed the power issue on first. Dane, welcome, welcome. No, I'm an application engineer at my day job. But that's a very general term. I pretty much help in most areas at my day job. I help with like software support and demos and setting up new hardware and helping integrate stuff. The works.
I'm having trouble connect.
All right.
I'm having trouble.
Speaking of working, there we go. Let's actually move on to number 7, the last one here that we looked at briefly earlier. This one turned right onto the blinking volume buttons. So let's get that adapter on there and see what it needs. Protect that plastic top from scratches. Check out my shop, nixfix.com/shop, if you want to pick up one of these docks for yourself. They are quite handy at attempting your own USB restore on your bricked HomePod. There's an optional UART breakout if you want to look at the serial console. And last but certainly not least, it gives you USB AirPlay capabilities into your Mac. So you just plug this USB cable into your Mac and it'll show up as a sound output with a few exceptions, but all that info up on my shop website. Let's see if this one will play nice with us. Let's get our terminal back. Let's plug our USB cable in. Plug our power in. We'll gaster pwn it. We'll gaster reset it. Let me open a new terminal window so that looks a little better. There we go. And we will, where's my iDevice restore command? There it is. What version of HomePod software are your HomePods? I have all of mine on 18.0, and I run my own Wi-Fi network at the office. I'm actually about to take my Wi-Fi network at the office down because the only reason I had it was for my HomePods. But now that I've got USB AirPlay, I don't need that. Do I just use peer-to-peer? Now I just got it. Yeah, like I said, I've got them on my own Wi-Fi network at the office. My workplace is pretty cool like that. We can bring in pretty much whatever we want within reason and do what we want to do as long as we get our work done. It looks like it's taking the restore. Very nice. Most excellent. Well, I mean, practically speaking, it looks like we've got all 7 of Mike's HomePods fixed up. There's that other one that has the issue with it boot looping, but we'll see if they want to pay to get that one fixed or if they maybe want to trade it in for a discount on the repairs for the rest of these. But I mean, if they're anything like me, they're gonna want all the HomePods they can get back. So we'll give them all the options. Let's see. So number 1 was just a diode and filters. Number 2 was also diode and filters. Number 3 was the boot looping. Number 4 was diode filters. Number 5 was also diode filters. Number 6 was also diode filters. And last but not least, number 7, bricked. Alright. I'll review our repair stream to make sure we got that all straight. How do I operate my own Wi-Fi network there? I just run an OpenWRT Wi-Fi router there, and I've got it plugged into our wired network. They don't mind that I've got my own access point. They do not mind. They might very well someday soon, actually. We're starting to change things up, tighten things down, you know, grow up to be more of a big boy company. How can you use such a powerful speaker in the office with others around? I've got a mix of minis and biggies, but I'm taking all the minis back and setting them up in my guest room and swapping them out for biggies at my office. What was I gonna answer for you? Oh yeah, it doesn't bother people. I mean, I ask people before I start playing music, and while I'm playing music, I check in with people and make sure I'm not being too loud. It's not like an open floor plan office. We've got cube walls, so a reasonable amount of noise is actually blocked passively, and then it doesn't take a whole lot of volume when you've got 2, 3, or 4 of them all around you to have quite an excellent listening experience still at low volume. It doesn't bother people around me. Like if it's low enough, people don't even hear it. And then, you know, I don't play obnoxious music at the office either. I'm also usually in really early, so I usually get a few hours by myself at the office where I can crank it up as much as I want, and I'm not going to bother anybody. Do I need to be connected to the internet to do the software? If you're asking about the software restore that we're doing here, you do need an internet connection to do the restore. This is no different than like plugging your iPhone in via USB and clicking restore in iTunes. Every time you restore your Apple device, this is for pretty much any Apple device, Part of the restore process is verifying that the firmware you're trying to restore is currently signed or currently blessed or approved by Apple. They only approve the latest versions. And part of that restore process requires that it has an active internet connection to check that at the moment that you are restoring, it is a valid piece of firmware to restore with. Yeah, it kind of sucks, but that's the Apple way. Why do you have that many around you? Why not just one? I mean, if you've listened to more than, like, if you can, get two and stick your head right in the middle of two of them. And then turn the volume down a little bit. So it's at a low volume, but you can still hear and feel everything. And it's just, now, okay, then you got, if you do 3 or 4, set them up in your cube, still, like, you can tell the difference in sound quality, even at low volumes, between the big HomePod and the minis. And surprisingly, putting multiple of them, even at low volume, it can help make it easier for you to hear and enjoy it without bothering people around you. How does it sound in an office setting at louder volumes? I mean, it sounds pretty good. It's hard to describe. I mean, when you're standing 10 to 20 feet near them, they sound really good. The more you walk away, it kind of drops off. It gets quieter, of course. It doesn't sound bad at any distance. It just kind of gets quieter the further you're away. But absolutely awesome office speakers. And the great thing about it is, if you work at a place where, say, you're hanging out, you're at the kind of office or workplace where everybody's like hanging out at the end of the day. You're all just shooting shit. You could open this up to allow AirPlay access from everyone, and anybody can cast their own music to it. And that's what I do too. I allow any of my coworkers to play music to them. So if I'm not in the office and they want to play music to them, they're more than welcome to. If I have had more, I've been considering putting a couple of them around the office, not just in my cube too. We are nearing the end of this restore. Yes. Restore complete. Restore finished. We did it. All right. Let's get that adapter off and see if the other one will take a restore. There it is. Absolutely victorious. All right, let's see if this one will take a restore. Is 18.1 out? Oh, you about gave me a heart attack. I was gonna say if they already put 18.1 out, for the first gen at least. Alright, plug in our USPA. It's on RC right now. Okay. Let's see what this one gives us. It looks like it's working. Yes, it's working. Have I tried that Huawei speaker yet? They are referring to this guy. Did you guys know that Huawei made a HomePod competitor like 4 years ago? It's got two, I don't know if they're subwoofers or radiators on the side, and then it's got the tweeters and stuff all around to the bottom, just like the HomePod. It's got a touch on the top. I have tried it. It sounds really good, I can't lie. I need a little more time with it before I can say whether I like how it sounds more than a HomePod, if it sounds better, more bass, you know. You cannot find many, but you can't find much info out there on it. It kind of launched quietly and died. I saw one pop up on eBay. It's absolutely impossible to get your hands on one. I don't know why, unless you want to spend like $400 or $500 on one. I got really lucky getting that one for I think like 150 bucks. Restoring. We are nearing the end of that restore and this repair stream, I think. Yes, yes, yes. Restore finished. Alright, folks, that's everything fixed up. I hope you all enjoyed this live stream repair, and I'll catch you in the next one.